finally time to look at my new bike, the Santa Cruz Tallboy. Now, a lot of people guessed I was getting a Santa Cruz, but most were expecting another enduro bike, and I'll explain why I've added a short travel trail bike to the fleet shortly. First though, let's take a look at the build. So this is the Tallboy version 5 in gloss ultra blue. I got the frame from the best bike shop around, Cyclery Studio in Kirrawee, who have recently become a Santa Cruz stockist, and Mitch at the shop really helped me out with the frame and a few parts to go with it. I say a few parts because I built up quite a parts bin over the years, and I really didn't need much to complete the build, as you'll see. The frame is wrapped in gloss ride wrap by Nom, and it's another stunning job by Nate. At 6 foot tall, I'm on the cusp with large and extra large in Santa Cruz sizing, and for this bike I've chosen the large to keep things fun and playful. Though I think if I was buying one of the enduro bikes, I'd be tempted to size up because you can see how high I've got my seat post and stack. Speaking of the stack, it's a very non-XC cockpit with 35mm riser bars and a 50mm stem, with plenty of spaces. I tried lower rise bars on my first ride, but my hands and back gave up within an hour. This more enduro style setup is much friendlier for my body. The only other main purchase I made for this build is the RockShox Pike Ultimate Fork in 130mm travel. I haven't ridden a RockShox fork in a very long time, so I was interested to see how they compared to the Fox equivalent. Plus, I like the look of the Stealth fork on this frame. The latest RockShox forks have a bolt-on fender, air bleeder valves, and buttercups which are meant to reduce vibration, and so far I'm really enjoying how they feel. I already had a lighter duty wheel set from Rail Wheels featuring DT Swiss 481 rims on 350 hubs, and they're wrapped in Maxxis Recon rubber. No inserts this time, and I'd like to try some even racier rubber down the line. The rest of the build is pretty straightforward, featuring a mostly XT group, 170mm cranks, XT trail pedals, and a 210mm one-up dropper. When these parts wear out, I'll probably try and shave some grams here and there, but for now, I'm pretty stoked with everything on the bike, and I'm keen to just ride it. Oh, that's a bit rough. Right. A bit of an idea for a lap to do. Take in some bobcats and then probably hit up some of the XC for bit of pedal practice, but just the fun bits for the edit. So I had 3 reasons why I wanted a short travel bike. The first is that I live really close to these trails here at Loftus, and they're just way more fun on something like this. There isn't like the kind of stuff, enough of the kind of stuff that you would ride a full-blown enduro bike on, and I do enjoy the more mellow XC stuff as well. There's some fun, less techy and more flowy stuff if you're on the right bike around here. The next reason is that I've been doing a fair bit of racing this year, and while I'm pretty fit, I probably don't get enough Ks in to really match it with the kind of top dogs in my class. So I thought this would be a good way to do a little bit more training, get a bit more bike time. Yeah, and the other reason is I used to have an Orco Optic, and I've just always missed that bike ever since I got rid of it, so I thought about getting another one, and yeah, or something like it, and this is where I've ended up. Probably doesn't come as a surprise to learn that it's not as snappy as like a full XC bike, but it's got the right amount of efficiency. I'll probably chop in a bit of
other footage, but technical climbs is one of its real strong suits. So it's just got like that little bit more give to its suspension than maybe most 120mm bikes. And so far I've been preferring to run the suspension in the open compression mode on the shock rather than the, I guess, the middle, the trail mode. I think trail mode is okay. Black cockatoos. Look at them all. Unless I'm doing like full XC and yeah, trying to get my heart into the red line, then the middle compression mode, it pedals a lot better. But yeah, it's just like way rougher and a bit less planted. Then I'd say descending, and we'll do a bit of that shortly, is pretty much what you expect. Like, it didn't surprise me that much how this bike rides. Really good on the fast, flowy Singletrack. Loves a series of switchback corners. Just now I've taken it on a few more technical trails, and you reach the limit pretty quick. I think that the VPP, the Santa Cruz rear suspension, kind of lulls you into thinking there's more there than there is, because it's got that very nice feeling and supportive feeling, and it doesn't bottom out either. But yeah, once you're going a bit too fast or in something a bit too rough, then it can get a bit scary, which is exactly what I was looking for. All right, let's flow some single. These Recons definitely don't mind sliding. I noticed that like the front and rear tend to slide together, and then it kind of catches. And that feeling scares the crap out of me. I guess I just need to get used to not having a max grip as a guy as a front tire. Big stump. The other bikes I considered, so thought about getting another optic. Certainly some good deals going on those, but I had a lot of the parts lying around, and I thought if I can use them, then that opens up the option of doing a frame build. And I thought, even though I love the optic, there would be a bit less overlap with my enduro bike if I went with something a little bit more XC oriented. I considered the Rocky Mountain Element, and I think that is a really sick bike, but whatever that was worked its way out without causing any damage. Yeah, I think that's a really sick bike, and I would love one, but couldn't find a large anywhere in stock. And those bikes also only come as completes, so I couldn't do a frame only. And then the other bike that I seriously considered was the Transition Spur, which I love the look of, but again, they only had completes and no ETA on frames. And then the final reason was I could just go up to Kirrawee and get this off Mitch, and it also didn't hurt that Santa Cruz were having a sale. That's my kind of XC. How you going? Missed your wheel, mate. Yeah. Oh. Oh man, pumped into a bomb hole then. The bike just stopped. So there you have it. First impressions on the Downhill as XC bike. And I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun on this thing. Thanks for watching. See you next time.